Hello everyone! Before this video gets started, after I recorded it, I kind of realized that I wanted to put this up in front of the video. So the first about 19 minutes of this video is assigned to creating a new race for us to play in the Stellaris game. We're creating the race from basics. I'm showing you everything about the race creation. And then I get into very basics about how the game is run, about the resources of the game, how to use them, what they go into, things like that. Very, very basic stuff. So if you already know the basic stuff, and if you don't care at all about the race that we created, about how we came to it, then skip to about 19 minutes in the video. That's when I start to actually assign research and we play the game. Just want to let you know because maybe not everybody cares about race creation or to hear about the basics of the game. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Hello everyone! Welcome to Stellaris, Paradox's interactive game set in space. Grand strategy set in space. Been looking forward to this one for quite some time, so let's jump into a new game. And what we're going to do here is we're going to create a new empire. You can select one of the ones that is given to you here from the beginning, but why do that when you can create your own? So that's what we're going to be going through here in the very beginning of the video. You can also do random, which is really cool. And random does not mean randomized list from here. It just means random. Everything is just randomized entirely. And you're going to see how crazy that could potentially be when we jump in here to create a new race. So this is what we're going to be going through. Appearance, all these things on the left. And I already know what I'm going to choose, so it's going to be kind of quick, but I wanted to show you this process. So appearance. Look at all these appearances you can have. You want to be a boar? You can be a boar. You want to be a fox? You could be a fox. You could be a human if you want to be a human. I mean, but who wants to be human? When you have all these other cool races, you want to be a monkey? That's cool. How about a platypus with weird horns? That's neat, right? Maybe a flying whatever. Does that not suit it for you? Okay, well, how about a space turtle? Do you want to be a space turtle? No, you don't want to be a space turtle? How about a space frog? Do you like space frogs? I kind of dig the space. Look at that. It's a happy space frog. But yeah, there are tons of options for appearances for your race here. Let's go through avian. Do you want to be... oh, hey. Do you want to be a penguin? Well, you're in luck. Space penguins. Do you want to be a parrot that lives in a spacesuit? This game's got you covered. Do you want to be a... you want to be that? I don't know. Do you want to be a cyclops bird? What? What? You want to be a flying insect? Huh? Maybe this thing? Does that do it for you? You want to be a space crab? Space crabs. That'd be the worst. And you don't... Listen, let's not choose space crabs. That's bad. You want to be a hydra? Like, what? They have so many cool and unique races looks in here. It's just pretty sweet. A hydra... You know, Cthulhu, or whatever they want to call this. And this is just your appearance. Whatever the heck that is. And then we got fungoids. So, like mushroom people and things. Which is also this is kind of cool. The fungus is, like, infecting some other kind of species. That looks pretty neat. So yeah, this game's kind of got you covered in looks. We are going to go for this. I'm not exactly sure what this is supposed to be, but I like the look of it. So we're going to go with that. The kind of world that we're going to choose is going to be Arctic, but what all this does is this is like a what do they call it? A habitability. Yeah. So we will prefer Arctic worlds. We would kind of prefer ocean and tundra, but like the further away you get from Arctic, the less we're going to want it. And it shows you the exact percentages down there. So this race is going to be all about the Arctic worlds. Our homeworld name, we'll just do a randomized here until we get one that we like. Kinjor Prime. I kind of like Kinjor. That's fine. Do you want to start in the Sol system? Do you want to have Earth in your system? Well, you can do that if you want. Or the Deneb system, apparently. We're just going to do random, though. So that's our planet class. We're going to want to do our species name. Let's just see what they give us here. Cuvarian, Tarasi, Pelarian, Adnoran, Tumbator. The Tumbatorians? The Evendari. I like the Evendari. We'll just go with that. This is pretty cool too. Name lists. So what do you want your leaders, your fleets, your ships to be named? Do you want it to pull from this list, this list, this list? All of these different lists are available. There's so many different options. Let's see what kind of fleet names we have. The Fonti Starfleet, Martano Starfleet. This is all about Starfleet stuff. What is this about? Galathor's Armada. Alright, it's all about armadas. Task forces, okay. Defense fleet, response fleet, expeditionary fleet. That's kind of cool. You want to be humans? Actually, I kind of want this task force stuff. Is that 2? Yeah. So we're going to have leaders like Barum Din Hulos, or Burm Din Polosk, or Barum Din whatever. So that's pretty cool too. And we can have a ship prefix if you want it here. So I believe that's like the HCS Minnow, the HCS Warhammer 40k. So that's what we're going to do there. Then you can pick your traits. It's kind of a simple trait system. You have positive traits. You have some negative traits that will give you more trait points. You have a total of 4 traits you can choose. So I believe this race, the race that lives on Kinjor here, they are going to be... Where are we? Where are we? Nomadic. They're going to be a nomadic race, so migration and resettlement costs are going to be cheaper. Not exactly sure yet what that means. I've played this game for a couple hours, but I haven't really dove into that too much. But anyway, they're going to be nomadic, and they're also going to be conformists. These people always see consensus and are more likely to conform to the governing ethics, you know, for like the greater good or something. So we're going to take those two, and over time, we have relied mostly on technology, and so our physical bodies have kind of waned a little bit. So we're going to be a little weak. Our army damage will be at minus 20%. And that's going to be the traits that we're going to pick for this race. Nomadic conformists that are individually kind of weak. But that's okay. So that is our traits. We'll click next. We're going to set up our starting leader here. Pendrum Din Hulos. Pendurm Din Hulos. That's a fine name. There you go, Pendurm Den Hulos. And then for this specific race, we get to choose only our clothes type. We'll go with this. Hit next. Oh, now it's going to take us through our world. I guess I kind of skipped ahead to that. All right, next. Then the type of city that's going to appear in the background. I want to choose. I guess I can just show them off all here. I'm going to go with the Avians. I like the look of their cities. Then we're going to go into government and ethics. This is kind of a big deal, what your government type is going to be, what the ethics of your people are. We are going to choose, we have 3 ethic points left. We're going to be spiritualists, which is going to give us a 5% bonus to happiness for all of our people. There are those think it behooves us to remember how tiny we are, how pointless our lives in this vast, uncaring universe. What nonsense. The only truth we can ever know is that of our known existence, the universe in all its apparent glory. So we're going to be spiritualists. Now, we do have an option to be fanatic spiritualists, which will give us even a bigger happiness modifier, but it does cost 2 points instead of just 1. But we're going to be spiritualists, and as you can see, as I click more traits over here, it opens up different government types over here, and each government type does different bonuses, has different ways of playing the game, even. So we're going to be spiritualists. We're going to be a collective. Society has long since evolved past the insignificant rivalries and concerns of individuals. We are numerous but one, and the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. For the greater good. And then we're going to be a xenophile. So this is going to give us xenophobia minus 10%, which means we're going to be more acceptable of all different races because we want to pull them into the collective. You know, we want them to know that our way is the true way, you know. So we're going to be xenophiles, and that takes all of our ethic points. Government type, because of these 3 choices, we have these 4 choices to pick. We could be a despotic empire, we can be this oligarchy, we can be this divine mandate. So the divine mandate, each ruler can build a tomb monument building after themselves. Also, we would gain slavery tolerance and resettlement costs. But we're going to pick, not this one, but this is kind of cool too. Each ruler can build an oversized military station, like in their honor, I guess. They just built this giant military station. That's kind of cool too. And as you can see, everything has its own bonuses. This oligarchy will hold an election every 40 to 50 years to get a new ruler. They get more money, more minerals. We're going to be going with a theocratic oligarchy. So we're going to hold an election every 40 to 50 years. Our ethics divergence is minus 10%, and I believe we also have minus 20 from here. Maybe not. I'm thinking of something else. And then we also have leader recruitment cost minus 15%, so it's cheaper to recruit leaders. So that's what we're going to be choosing for our government type. Next. Name of our empire. I put a lot of thought into this, so the name I came up with is the Tua Empire. Adjective. Let's flip it up. Let's just mix the letters up a little bit, and we'll go with Taua? How would you pronounce that? Tau? I don't know. Next. Then you get to choose your flag. A lot of different flag choices for you if you wanted. We can be Paradox. We can have Pirates stuff with spades, pointy, round, zoological. We're going to go with... what represents the Tua Empire? This is kind of Tua, I think, to me. Then let's choose our colors. We can have black, and how about this orange? We can also change our background. Like it's like a rising sun of the Tua Empire there. But if that's the case, then we would want the primary to be that, like that. So it's more symbolical of the sun. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Next, then we get to choose our starting weapons. Projectile, energy, or missile types. I'm not sure what the huge difference is between them yet. Again, I've only played a test game for a couple hours. I'm going to go with energy weapons, because energy weapons are cool. I've always enjoyed them, so we'll hit next. Now this is the cool part, the really cool part. There are 3 different Ftl methods. Warp travel is you get to travel to any star system within range, but when you get there, you have like a cooldown time where your fleet can't move. Hyperspace travel follows a hyperspace highway. Star systems are connected by these hyperspace networks, and you travel that way. So against empires like that, you can actually have choke points, because they have to follow whatever the hyperspace is. Then you have wormhole travel. So you build a wormhole in a system, and from that system, you can go to any other system within range of that wormhole station. And then you can build another wormhole station a few systems away to extend your wormhole network, and you can at any time travel back to any system that has a wormhole generator. So from the wormhole generator, you travel anywhere. But if you're in a system without a wormhole generator, you can only travel to one that has a wormhole generator. So it's kind of interesting. And I kind of want to experience it, so we're going to go with wormhole travel. But all of these are pretty cool and have their own ups and downs. Like, this is very fast, but you have to follow the highway. This is kind of slower, and then this can go anywhere, but you have to build wormhole stations to make it work. So we're gonna try that. It may be bad, but we'll see. Then the ship appearance. There you go, ship appearances. We're gonna go with I'm kind of torn between Fungoid and Avian here. Let's go with Fungoid. They look pretty cool. Alright, and this is our race. The Chua Empire. Collectivists, xenophiles, spiritualists. We're nomadic. There's the ethics divergence. We're conformists, so we're all about the greater good. And yeah, we're a little weak. We got some lasers. We got some wormhole travel. And now we're going to save the Tua Empire. There we go. Now we're going to hit back. And there they are. Empire spawning allowed. The Tua Empire is allowed to appear in a regular game instead of a randomly generated... Oh, cool. So we can either force the Tua Empire to always be in every single game, even if we're not them. We can turn them off, or we can be like, hey, maybe they'll appear, and maybe they won't. That's pretty sweet. They will be forced. Alright, let's dive into the actual game. I know that was a long time, but I wanted to show the Empire creation because it's kind of a big deal, and it's really cool. Now, galaxy type. Let's just go crazy. From the start. 1,000 stars. What kind of galaxy do we want? Let's do I like the spiral galaxies the most. Let's have 4 arms in the spiral galaxy. AI empires, let's just crank it. We'll have 39 AI empires. Advanced AI starts. So some of the AI can start more advanced than you, and I kind of like that. The default is 8. We can have every single empire start more. I like 8. Sure, that's fine. Difficulty, I'm going to leave on normal. Here you can enforce the type of Ftl method, so everyone, like if you don't like people being able to wormhole in your center of your space or use warp drive, maybe you just want to enforce hyperdrive, so everybody has to use a hyperdrive network. And I like that this option is here, but we're going to leave it off to any. But I like that it's there, so you can force any kind of space travel method. Ironman Mode. I would normally play with this on, but because I record games, sometimes games crash and f you up, so I'm gonna leave this off because I record games. But honestly, like, I don't save scum anyway, which is kind of what this prevents you to do, and apparently prevents you from using console cheats. I didn't realize there were going to be cheats in the game, but anyway, let's play. The Tua Empire. This is all created based on the choices you made. In the eons since the first primitive Evandari communities took shape on the snowfields and ice caves of Kinjor Prime, our civilization has spread and prospered. As we progress through the technological ages, there were many religions among our people that contended with each other for followers. Gradually, sometimes peacefully and sometimes less so, the true faith found its way to all comers of our world, and the faithful were united under a single universal church. Now, after the successful creation of artificial subspace wormholes, the finest minds of the Tua Empire have finished construction of the first wormhole station at the edge of our system. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp.
Blessings upon you, Your Holiness. I am Veer, a prototype synthetic intelligence. The priesthood has ordained me to act as your faithful servant and advisor, so that I may aid you on our divine path to the stars.
Alright, this is pretty cool. I did a test game. I would recommend your first time playing to do the full tutorial. It's very helpful. I'm going to leave on tips only because, listen, I'm not a pro yet.
Very well. I will provide tips, explaining only basic functions and tools as you explore them.
Thank you. Alright, so the game is paused. As other Paradox Interactive games, this game has a pause or play system. There are no turns. You go at the speed that you desire. We're going to leave it paused here from the beginning. Alright, so here we go. We got Kinjor Prime. Around Kinjor Prime, we have a space station, which is going to enable us to build ships.
Military fleets are used to protect our emerging empire from threats, or to expand our glorious rule through force of arms, if we so wish.
Thank you for explaining what that is.
The Spaceport Tab is where we view orbiting fleets, build new ships, and upgrade the station itself.
There you go. This is going to be our science vessel. Let's let him explain that.
Ship, which is used to survey astronomical objects such as planets in a star system. A planet needs to be surveyed in order to make its resources visible.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to start with our science ship. Our science ship has a leader on board, Baram Din Rotharag. Leaders are kind of a big deal in this game, from what I've seen. And the trait that they have is they gain experience faster. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's important for the science people on science ships to have a higher level because sometimes we're going to run into anomalies that we can research out in space, and some of them require you to have a higher level to research. So we are going to send the Eshnenarian on a surveying mission of our home system. So we're just going to right-click on any planet, and you can either survey just the planet or we can just survey the system. Boom. And so now it's just going to survey everything in here. And what surveying does is it will reveal anomalies. It will reveal special research projects sometimes. It also reveals resources on that planet that you can then build mining stations on to harvest. Speaking of resources, there are 3 in the game currently. Energy, minerals, and influence. Energy typically is spent on maintenance costs for ships and buildings, things like that. Minerals is used to build almost everything in the game, so it's very important. Influence is used to hire leaders, to issue planetary edicts.
These are planet-specific edicts, practices that can be temporarily enforced by spending some of our influence.
Thank you. So you can enforce some of these edicts for a 10-year period by using some of your influence. You can also...
The government screen presents us with information regarding our empire and its government. Here we can see our ruler and any related effects.
I didn't realize he would talk this much, honestly, by just putting the tips on. But here you can also issue...
The Policies tab covers government policies, as well as empire-wide edicts, practices that can be enforced by spending some of our influence.
Honestly, actually, he's kind of helped me out. He's saving me from having to say exactly these things. That's exactly what the screen does. So we will have a monthly influence cost for the edicts that cover our entire empire, or just a straight-up upfront cost for planetary specific edicts, which is kind of cool. So that's kind of what influence is used. Up here are our 3 different studies of research and how much we are getting each month. Let's actually dive into the research tab and start that up.
The technology screen is where we will be directing our research efforts. Technologies are categorized into 3 different fields: with each field typically having 3 available research options.
This is all true. This AI is not lying to you. So what's really cool about this game is that for physics, we have 3 different choices here. These 3 different choices are going to be randomized almost every time. I'm sure there are a set number of technologies, but they will be randomized on how they're given to you. So if I choose quantum theory, the next set of 3 that I get, most likely these 2 will not be in there, but they will probably pop up later at some point, which is pretty cool. So you're like, which one do I really want right now? Because these other 2 may not be there next time, or at least not for like a few years or something like that. So what do we want? Do we want a physics lab for research, specifically mostly into physics? Do we want a solar panel network? What does this do? Oh, this is a module that we can put on space stations to give us more money a month, and 3 credits specifically. Or do we want our energy storage capacity to go up and build a power hub, which will produce us some money, and the planet overall will get a 10% buff to its credit production? Let's go with quantum theory and get a physics lab researched. There we go. It's going to take 48 months. These are all specific leaders that we could recruit when they die, because leaders will die in this game from old age or from battles. Research speed, field manipulation 10%. Leader lifespan plus 25 years. That's cool. Expertise rocketry. So if we have a rocketry thing, which we don't now, but if we did, this person would give a bonus to that. So what do we got for engineering? Engineering facility, which would unlock the engineer-focused research. Mining network, which will give us more minerals to mine on planets, which is kind of important. What does this do? Corvette assembly yards. Our basic corvettes will build faster and cheaper, and will also unlock Spaceport Level 2. I'm not interested in this yet. I'm going to go with the mining network, because minerals, again, are used to build everything. And then for our society research, what do we got? Colony ship. Pretty important. Monthly influence. So, I have not seen many ways to increase your influence gain in this game yet. Minerals, yes. Credits, yes, but not influence. So that makes this thing so much more important. But a colony ship, though, you know? But the influence is going to be so huge. It also unlocks a new edict, which will increase our happiness by 10% for 10 years. And again, influence is used to enforce edicts. So I know it may seem like colony ship may be the easy choice. Oh, man. But what if this doesn't come back up again? But it's a colony ship. Like, I need to expand. So we need to take colony ship. 71 months to research that. Holy crap. All right, so there we go. Our research is being done. Now let's move on to our construction ship.
Which is used to construct space stations. When an astronomical object, such as a planet, has been surveyed, we can order this ship to build a research station or a mining station to exploit any resources it may have.
And we'll show that as soon as we find a planet that has resources that we can mine. So we're not really going to do much with the construction ship until we have something to do with it. Anything else before we unpause the game? I don't think so, because right now, unlike in Europa Universalis, we don't have any contacts with neighboring people. Oh, you know what? Let's look at our galaxy. Here we are in the Kinjor system. Here are the systems within our influence. The orange shows our influence. This yellow line shows the range of our wormhole station here. So we can travel to anything around here. To go further, we'd have to build another wormhole station. And to do that, we're going to have a influence, or this orange area, over the system that we want to build the wormhole generator on. So currently, if we wanted to build a wormhole generator, we'd have to build one here or here until the influence of our empire spreads out. And a way to do that I know of is our construction ship can build a frontier outpost, which costs minerals and influence, a lot of influence, also influence maintenance per month, and that will create like another area of influence that we can now build upon. All right. This is the whole galaxy. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Alright. That's so large. And it's cool, right? And there's 39 other empires just spread out all over the place. Let us unpause the game. We'll go back into the Kinjor system and we will watch as our surveyor ship now goes out and surveys. Because there's really not much else to do. So while it does that, over here this outliner is huge. Shows you your planets, shows you your fleets, your civilian ships. It shows you if your ships are doing anything at all. Like right now, this just shows that it's docked here. But like if our science ship was done surveying a system and we kind of missed the message that said so, our science ship would just have like this little sleeping icon. She's like, oh crap, I need to do something. So this outliner is awesome. It's really awesome. Also, what you can do is on anything, you can like select your planet and press Control 1. Now, right now, this planet is already linked to Control 1. So you can just press 1 and it goes to the planet. You can press 2 and it goes to our first fleet. 3 goes to our science vessel. 4 goes to our construction ship. But at any time, like if I want the construction ship to be on 1, I'll just do Control 1. Now our construction ship is on 1, but I don't want that. So we'll go back to the planet, hit Control 1, and there we go. This game is big on keyboard shortcuts, just like the other Paradox games are. So to access these tabs up here, the F keys. If I want to access other things on our home planet, I'll hit 1, and then we can hit X, C, and then V to access all the different things on the planet. Alright, so while Surveyor is doing its thing, let's actually look at our planet and our planetary governor. Governor Berm Den Iridar. Gives happiness, construction time, clear blocker time, more food, and hydroponic farm build costs. Wow, that's really oddly specific. Okay. We currently have 7 population. We can have a population of 16 in total. This is our food that we currently have. Food is needed to feed your people and also grow your planet. And other basic stuff there. Let's also go to the surface. This is kind of an important tab. So, each tile may or may not produce something like 2 food or 2 minerals. You can also build something. Whoa. Hold on. What happened? Encounter in Kinjor. We have encountered some form of alien vessels in Kinjor system. These strange objects have been flagged as the Alpha Aliens until we can learn more about them. So this is going to happen a lot, especially in the beginning of the game. So what this does is it gives us a special project to do so that we can research these aliens. Also, something else happened. The Tua Empire has finally encountered fellow wanderers among the stars. Despite their intentions being unknown and potentially even hostile, the atmosphere on Kinjor Prime follows the report from our contact fleet, can best be described as rapturous. Okay, because I'm guessing we found these things. So at times,
unknown spacefaring entities. We can learn more about them and maybe even initiate first contact by completing the appropriate special project. And how do you do that special project? Well, up here in your situation log, or the F5 key, displays a list of all currently available special projects and various other points of interest. New items will likely appear as we begin exploring the galaxy.
I wish every game had this thing in it. It makes my job so much easier. So yeah, now you can see that we can investigate the Alpha Aliens, and we can from here hit research. Oh no, they left! Shoot. That's fine. So, it will take 6 months to complete the research for whatever the heck these aliens are, but it would also stop any currently society research that is happening right now for 6 months. I'm going to let this kind of sit for a little while, but we'll come back to that later. Let's unpause the game. Go back to Kinjor Prime. That's wrong button. Here we go. Alright, so as I was saying, on these tiles, let's go to build.
Some buildings may cause adjacency effects to other buildings in neighboring tiles.
Thank you. So, if I wanted more food to be produced here, I would want to build a hydroponics farm because that would add the 2 to the 1. If I build a building here that the whatever the building doesn't match up to the tile, then whatever's on the tile is suppressed. So if I build this science lab, we will get the 1 in research for every single category, but there will be no food there to work anymore. So that's something you have to work in or think about when you're building your planet up. These tiles with the black and yellow lines are tile blockers, and you have to spend credits, minerals, and time to clear them to gain access to whatever that tile produces. And then also, this ghostly figure is a new population being made, basically. So the more food you have, the faster your population will increase. At some point, this population will have enough to work this tile, or at any time, I can move them to another tile to work. And that goes the same with anybody else. Right now, I think I'm okay with how things are set up. We're getting some credits, we got some food, more credits, and some more minerals. Although, what I think I will do, minerals, again, are pretty important, so I'm going to actually put this population down here to work this tile and gain 2 minerals from here. And if I wanted to, I can also build a a mining network to add an additional 2 on that. That will cost 51 minerals. Maintenance cost of 1 per month. So you got to factor that in. We have +5, so if I build that, we'll have +4. But yeah, sure, let's build a mining network. What? What's the press? Oh, wait. I must be on... Oh, I'm on this tile. Whoops. Here we go. Whew. That was close. Mining network. There we go. So this will be done in 200 months, I believe, is what that is. Alright, so that's what's happening on the planet. We also have an army tab here where we can build up armies, defensive or I believe offensive, but we'll get into that later. I haven't actually done anything with that.
We have found an anomaly. From time to time, our science ships will discover strange things while surveying worlds. These can be researched by scientists, but be certain their skills are up to the task.
Thank you. So, our science ship that's out there doing science stuff found an anomaly. Right here, we can show the level of the anomaly. The higher this is, the higher skill level of the scientist on that science ship you need to research it. And there's also going to be a failure risk associated with it as well. Usually it's as low as 15%. I've seen it as high as 50%. So if we fail, I believe that either we don't get anything from the anomaly, or also our science ship is lost? If we have the failure proc, I think, but that's never happened to me before. Anyway, during the survey of our home system, we found something on Ligira that did not match earlier observations made from our homeworld. Let us research it now. Where are you? Alright, so this is pretty handy. This is showing us that we have a research project here, and this is going to be needed to be researched by a science vessel. The science vessel is going to come back and do this little research thing, which is going to be this cool little beam. There we go. Now you're researching. And since we have this science vessel on a control group down here in the bottom left, you can actually see how long it's going to take for the tasks to complete. It's a little handy bar here. The UI for this game is awesome. Simplified, user-friendly, it's great. It is great. So on the 1 key, which is Kindor Prime, we know that there is a building being built, and that's its progress currently. Again, so cool. This is just telling us about the anomaly, which we are currently researching, so we will just dismiss this by right-clicking. Let that go. So far, our ship has not found any minerals or credits to be mined on these other planets in our system, which is a little unfortunate, because there's nothing for our construction ship to do yet. To make this go a little bit faster, we could increase the speed. Alright, so we have found a natural formation on Ligira, stunning in its geometrical perfection. This is a survey... This is surely, a divine sign, marking our way out towards the stars. We should continue to investigate these sorts of anomalies whenever we get the chance. It will most assuredly grant us new knowledge and technology. This option is available because of our spiritualistic ethic. Praised be to the divine! Alright, and now our ship continues its search for minerals and surveying the system. And then eventually we're going to send them off to other systems to survey. I'm kind of bummed that we haven't found any minerals on these planets to mine. That's not good. Oh, here's our wormhole station. That looks pretty sweet. It's like Mass Effect there. Nothing. Oh boy. In my test game, every single planet and planet's moon had something that we could mine. No way. There's nothing. There's literally nothing here to mine. Oh my gosh. That's really unlucky. Alright, well let's go survey a neighboring system. Let's go to the galaxy map. Where do we want to go? Let's go to Benami. Survey the system. It's going to go to the edge of the system to initiate its wormhole jump. I think it has to be outside this gray line for it to do it. Or maybe just like on it. Yeah, it's past it. There we go. And now it's going to the other system because of wormhole magic. And here we are. We could also use these tabs to go from system to system if we want. That works too.
Construction complete.
Alright, our building is now done in Kindor Prime. We'll hit 1, and there we go. Our mineral mining network is up. Very good. Construction's done. Hey, our scientist Barim Din Rothagar gained a level. Cool, to level 2. Aha! Okay, so this shows us that this world is a possible world that we can colonize, but we haven't surveyed it yet, so we're not sure about the habitability yet. But since it's an Arctic world, it should be fine for us, and that one too. So that's pretty cool. Oh, I have the game paused. Whoops. So when our tech is done...
The Empire screen lists the planets of our Empire.
I know. I'm on our research. So when this colony ship tech is done, then we're going to probably build some colony ships and make some colonies in the Benami system. Because we have 2 planets that could be colonized. We have still found nothing. Oh boy. Hey, there we go. So, if we build a research station here, we'll gain 2 to our research for society. That is great. Something happened. Let's go to our construction ship, or 4. And then we're going to, from this screen, we can just right-click on the system and then build research stations. If there are multiple stations that could be built, then you will build them all right here. Or you can individually build them within the system. So again, the UI for this game is amazing. As long as the system is within your influence, you can build mining stations and research stations there. Now, if this system was outside of our range, we would have to colonize that system or build a frontier outpost before we can build any kind of mining or research stations there. So right now, our construction ship is going to be heading over to Benami 1. And you're going to see the station outline right there. We also found some engineering research on Benami 3, but the habitability of this planet is only 60%. And we cannot colonize this world because we don't have the technology to colonize tundra. But we obviously do for Arctic because that's our homeworld. Eventually, we'll be able to colonize this place. Whoa! Alright, we got a random event here. Our first stumbling steps into the void beyond Kindra Prime were not motivated solely by curiosity, or a desire to conquer the unknown, or a need to leave our mark on the galaxy. The biosphere of Kindra Prime has undergone rapid changes in the past few centuries, and prominent scientists warn that Kindra Prime may be faced with the beginnings of a mass extinction event that's cyclical purging of life that is inseparable from planetary existence in the greater cosmos. A research plan has been put together to study a number of planets rendered uninhabitable by major astronomical incidents or planet-bound catastrophes. We hope that by reconstructing these events, a similar fate for May be avoided for Kindra Prime and the Evandari race.
Situation log updated.
So this is going to open up a kind of a quest for us to undertake. The quest of the mass extinction through the ages. So we're going to need to research or find these different places. And what's pretty cool is that we can track them on the map. So I'm going to track all of these so we know where we want to go to complete this. So now that we have them all tracked, we go to the galaxy map, and they should be pinging. There we go. So we know of 3 so far, I guess, of where to go. Only one of which is actually within a range of our wormhole generator, though. Alright, the Benami system has been researched. Very good. Didn't find anything else. So with our science vessel, we're now going to go to the Reganus system, where we have a potentially habitable planet. But because of our wormhole traveling, we have to go back to the system with the wormhole, then to the system that doesn't have one. We can't go from there to there. There's a station being built. I'm not sure what happens if we colonize Benami 1. I'm assuming the station goes away. But until that time, we'll be gaining some research from this research station. That's pretty cool. Anything else to do on our homeworld? This population is still being made. We could build a hydroponics farm. We do have cheaper costs because of the planetary governor, right? Yeah. So it's cheaper and then we get more food. That's probably a good thing to do. So let's go back to the surface level and let's build some farms. It'll take 39 minerals. No, 1 maintenance cost too. Ugh. That's fine. We'll build it. We're going to need more credits at some point as well. Credits are something that you can mine from planets and stars, if you were to find any, which I've not found any yet. Again, this seems like a very poor start, but we're going to deal with it. Our science ship is now surveying the Regulus system. Doing its thing. Cool. Research station is now up. You can see we're getting +7 research for society now. And our construction ship doesn't have anything to do. And you can see that it's now with the little Z's over it. So we're going to have it build a research station over this planet. There's our little research station. That shows the military power of the station based on its defenses and weapons that it has. So maintenance costs will be another credit here. We're kind of running dangerously low. But I want that research, so we're going to build it. So now what we need is more credits. And since we're not getting them from space, we'd have to get them from our planet. And that means probably we're going to spend some credits and some minerals to clear this tile. And we'll probably build a plant here to get more money or more credits out of this tile. I could also build a plant over a area that doesn't have a tile blocker, but then that suppresses the tile itself, so we wouldn't get the food. So it makes more sense, I think, to do this. So we'll clear that. That's going to be the project that's going to be going on for 90 months. Is that months? 90 days? Maybe it's just days. It's probably just days. I don't know. Yeah, it's days.
Anomaly
it's definitely
found.
days. Okay, another anomaly. Level 3. And we're only level 2, so our failure risk is 35%. Due to the scientists being a skill low. Whoa. Multiple stuff happened. As our science ship scans the surface of Regulus 3, it becomes quite clear that we have found something out of the ordinary. The planet is locked in its rotation around the sun, meaning constant nights and days on each side of it. The habitability situation is less than ideal. We will surely come across even more irregularities like this as we survey new planets, and should not underestimate their impact on our expansion. So now this planet has a planet modifier. Alright, so we do have a failure of 35%. We're still going to do it, though. Actually, no. No, we're not. We're going to let this person gain some levels and come back to it. Research station done. Construction ship has nothing to do here, so in hopes that we have something to do in the Regulus system, which we do, we have society research and the physics research here so far. We are going to move here. And when we get enough minerals, or enough credits, we'll build some more stations.
System survey complete.
Very good. So yeah, we're going to send the science vessel up to somewhere else. They're halfway to another level. Let's send you to whatever this light's end. What? Is that a black hole? That is a black hole. I've never seen a black hole before. Survey that system. Holy crap. I've never seen one in the game yet. That's really cool. And then we can always come back here and do this research project when we get a little higher level. Alright, man, that's a lot of research. So we may not be finding a lot of minerals and credits, but this is more research on planets than I have found in my test game. Like, this is so much. This is crazy. Construction ship. Move here. When we get more credits per month, I'll build another science station. So right now we're going to have to wait for this population to be done, which it's getting close to, and it will work this tile.
Construction complete.
In fact, let's just move you right now. And then on this tile, we will build the power plant. So we'll be gaining 4 credits from this tile with the power plant when this population is ready. Which I think it should kind of pop around the same time. Habitable world surveyed. We now know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Kinja Prime. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalog the life forms we encountered are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus on planetary survey efforts on habitable life-bearing worlds. So we can begin another, like, quest here, or just ignore it. let's begin another quest. The Habitable World Survey event.
Situation log updated.
Let's check the situation log. So there we go. We got the Mass Extinction event. Now we have this one as well. We have to survey 8 worlds to progress in this event.
System survey complete.
Well, habitable worlds, specifically. Okay. Well, we'll get that eventually. Hopefully. As far as the other screens go, we have the Empire screen here, which shows all of our Empire stuff. It's pretty basic if you played these games before. Contacts,
screen,
if we ever come into contacts.
List of all the various
yeah, thank you. But currently we don't have anybody here, so we can't really see much. What is also kind of cool is this one.
Types of nominally intelligent beings we have encountered, allowing us to modify or uplift them if we have the means and opportunity.
I have not gotten to that part of the game yet where we can modify or uplift a species, but I'm guessing if we colonize a world that has a different species than ours, then they will pop up here in the Species tab, and then we can just mess around with them with the appropriate technology, which is potentially awesome. So that's what the Species tab is, as far as I know, because I haven't actually encountered any in my test game. Then we have the ship designer.
Used within our Empire are designed here. New hull sizes and components will be unlocked as we research new technologies.
So this is something we'll get into later, but it's a very simple shipbuilding designer as far as these games go. We have components. Each hull has a set amount of components it can have. It's pretty simple, and again, we'll get into that as we unlock different types of technologies to actually modify our ships, because right now we don't have any except for the very basics. So we got some lasers, we got some fission reactors. As long as we have enough power on our ship, as long as I think it's 0 or above, the ship works. That's basically it. But that's in there as well. And then that covers all of the different screens. Alright, what's our science vessel up to? Ooh. We can build a science station above a black hole. That looks cool. Hey, there's those alien vessels. That is so cool. Oh, we gotta build a station there. We have to study the black hole. Where else can you go? You can go in a lot of places, actually. Let's go here. Survey the system. Because that is our mass extinction event. Part of our quest chain there. That's so cool. Okay, so now we have +1 credits. And we're going to have some more here very soon. As soon as that building is done on Kindle Prime. So, let us start building the research facility. Actually, no, we're going to go to the black hole first. Because we already have research facilities for these two, let's get the physics up a little bit. So let's send the construction ship to Light's End. We're going to have it build a research station. Yeah. I don't think you get anything cool specifically for building a station over a black hole except for, you know, the 5 physics points. But it's still just a cool idea, right? Like, of course you build a research station over a black hole. Study the black hole. That's just really sweet. Also, it seems like something entered our system. Some alien vessels. Okay, you know what? Let's find out what you are. Situation log. Let's halt our current research and spend 6 months seeing what the heck these things are. There's our ships getting out of the system.
Construction complete.
Ah! And now we have more credits because our building is done on Kindle Prime. Oh, okay, so burned planet for the mass extinction. One of the planets orbiting this star bears the still open wounds of some past calamity. Its surface is a roiling sea of half-melted minerals boiling into a superheated atmosphere, but Vendarian astronomers claim that it may once have supported life. A special project has been issued to study the molten planet.
Situation log updated.
Our astronomers are confident that the asteroid belt in the system was once a habitable planet, torn asunder by unknown forces. Oh, there were 2 different places in that one system for the mass extinction event.
Situation log updated.
Let's pause it and we'll see. Yeah, so now we have research projects for 2 of the 5. Okay, cool. Very cool. To research these, though, we need to have the science ship present. And for this, they need to be level 2, which we have. And same thing here. Okay, cool. So what we'll do, let's go to the research vessel. We'll hit 3 and then Q will take you to them. The Q key. And I want you to immediately Oh, we have to survey them first before we can research them. Okay. Well, we have to let us do his thing then. The Shara system. Okay. Well, we'll let you do your thing. Construction complete. Yep, we'll dismiss that. Over here on the right, I didn't go through these. I have never seen the strategic resource yet, so I don't know much about them other than what it says right there. We can, at any time, currently only control 5 planets directly, and if we have more planets than that, we have to create, like, regional governors to kind of take over what we can't control directly, which I think is kind of cool. And then the naval capacity, how many ships we can make. It's pretty simple. Ooh, we can also build a mineral station. Actually, can we? We can't, because it's outside of our influence range. Damn. Oh well. We still have a research station being built over a black hole. Uh-oh. Unidentified object in the Enthor system. I see. They have 150 military power. And they head to Enthor. Okay. That's a little scary. A little scary. We'll be fine. Go back to a research vessel.
Research complete.
Okay, the geothermal fracking, I like that word, is done. So now we can actually upgrade our our mining networks. Let's click new research. And for our engineering, these are the options we have now. We can increase our mineral storage capacity. We'll also get a mineral processing plant. Oh, so this is a planet unique where we'll produce minerals, but then also provide a 10% planet modifier. That's kind of cool. We can also get nuclear missiles for our ships. Or a Betharian power plant reveals resource. Oh, a strategic resource. These rare stones have been deposited on many worlds through meteor strikes. They burn very slowly and are very efficient energy sources. So this produces a mass amount of credits, but requires this resource specifically. We don't have much of the universe charted yet, so I don't know if devoting time to researching to reveal a resource is a big deal right now. Oh, man. Honestly, I think I'd rather take the mineral processing plant. I mean, we could get lucky and reveal a Betharian stone. You know, we could get lucky. Why not? Take a chance, you know? We'll see if all this time put into the Betharian power plant will be worth it. Because that's a lot of credits. And we need credits because we're not getting them from other worlds right now. Except for our home world. Like I said, in my test game, my home system, like this planet would have minerals we could get. There was a couple planets we could mine credits from. Like so much stuff. And this system, though, is so barren. What happened? Oh, research station is now done. Okay, so our construction vessel. Good job, by the way. Let's move back to the Reganus system. And we will build... Let's build the research stations. Why not? So we're going to build both research stations. We have the amount of credits for it. The diviners named these beings floating through the dark the Tiyanki. We are to keep at a respectful distance. And that's it. So we just researched to whatever those little space beings were. And they're not important enough to go any further, apparently. Just keep your distance. Alright. Good to know. Alright. Well, you only have one more planet to survey, then we can do the research. Let's check on our home planet. New population is being made.
Research complete.
Ah, we can build a physics lab. Very good. Now what? Power plant level 2 and a Betharian power plant level 2. Oh man. If we could find Betharian, then... Oh, that would be so good. Surveying speed increased. We can also have better sensors or research speed plus 5% for the entire Empire. Well... Yeah, I'm gonna grab this, because this is applied to all fields of research. So yeah, let's get the thing that lets us research more. Or faster.
System survey complete.
Alright, now, we want you to research projects. Oh my gosh.
Hostile
all
fleet
these
detected.
Where? It's coming to the Kinjor system. They have more military power than we do. Uh-oh.
Situation log updated.
They are a new set of aliens called the Beta Aliens, so we can research them. Oh gosh. Hopefully they don't attack us? Look, I need to find out what these are immediately. So we need to research them. Are they aggressive? Do I need to worry? You know what? Let's go to our home planet, go to the spaceport, and maybe... Oh, that's not the spaceport. Maybe build a Corvette. 58 mineral cost. Does it cost a maintenance? Maintenance of 0.28. We can afford it. Yeah, we can afford that. We only have, what, 3 Corvettes currently? Yeah. And we could also assign a leader here. I think each individual ship can maybe also have a leader as well. But we definitely want a fleet leader if we go into combat. And to do that... Actually, where is the leader screen?
The Demographics tab tracks the makeup and spread of our empire's populace.
Create vassal.
The Budget tab tallies our empire's monthly income and expenses in energy credits. Here we can also track a variety of effects that influence our economy.
Thank you. Well, I know how to get to it. Let's go to the fleet. We'll just do assign leader.
Lets us hire, dismiss, and assign idle government.
Oh, it's the Empire screen.
Admirals and generals.
So here we can recruit, like they said, anybody. So we can recruit from a pool of admirals. We're not going to do it now, but it does cost influence to research them, or to hire them. And each one is going to have their own traits that they come with. But yeah, that's in here. Researching leaders. Let's go back to our science vessel.
Project complete.
Alright, so first part of this mass extinction event is done. The asteroid is in actually a chunk of what was once a habitable and probably inhabited planet. Regular but overlapping fracture patterns indicate that the planetary demolition was intentional and controlled, if somewhat rushed. All signs point to this planet being a homeworld of whatever species destroyed it. We may never know what drove them to consider planetary annihilation to be the lesser evil, and perhaps we should be grateful for that. That's kind of cool. Alright, let's research the other one here.
Construction complete.
Hey, our Corvette's done. Now we'll research that. And I think we're going to take a break right there. So thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you all in the next episode. Take care.